It started by not getting up. I want to be clear about that first, because people tend to skip over that part. The part where you actually don't get up. Where you wake up and then just stay there. 12, 14, 16 hours later. Holding your pee for hours on end because getting up to go to the bathroom feels like too much. Scrolling, crying, thinking, ruminating, just lying there, being uncomfortable in your own body, in your own head, and the heaviness of another day that hasn't started yet and already feels impossible. That's where it starts. Not with a choice, with the absence of one. There is no choice for you to get up. And I want you to know, if that's where you are right now, it's not weakness, it's not laziness, it's just your body and your mind hitting a limit that they can't argue past. Even if you wanted to get up, you'd be back in bed within minutes. The body just can't go on. And fighting that with willpower is like trying to outrun your own legs. So here's where my story comes in. I didn't fight it. I bribed it. That's how the choosing started for me. Not discipline, not motivation, just finding something small enough to get me upright. Like getting up to go get ice cream at the convenience store. Getting up because I could smell bacon on a Sunday morning. Getting up because I'd ordered food and it was going to arrive and I had to go get it. And then somehow that made it okay to be standing. Getting up because I remembered that Assassin's Creed Black Flag was sitting in my Steam library unplayed, and something about that felt worth moving for. None of these are noble reasons. None of them are the kind of thing that you put in a recovery story. They got me vertical. And vertical was everything. I started to get up because of these small things, and it's not glamorous. It's not the thing that your therapist is going to tell you to do. It worked for me. I hope it could work for you, but eventually the bribes built into something, a routine. Nothing impressive, I was getting up at like 1 p.m., getting food, spending some time with Henry, and then just getting on the computer to change my mind and feel something different for a while. That was it. That was the whole thing. But it was consistent. And consistency, even at 1 p.m. with no particular plan, is its own kind of foundation. So that's where I was, it worked then just to kind of give me this routine of getting up and getting some food, eating enough, walking a little bit, drinking water, not skipping going to the bathroom. But then I kind of gave up again. And I think that's easy to forget about recovery, is it's not a straight line at all. And that you can build something and then lose it and find yourself back at 16 hours of sleep and holding your pee and wondering why you ever thought you were getting better. I was there a few weeks ago, really, really there. Sleeping 18 hours a day. No point of getting up. Brief windows of being awake. It really just felt borrowed, temporary. I saw real no purpose behind just being awake at those times. If I could have just fast forwarded past those, that would have maybe made me feel better. Anyway, in one of those windows, I wrote something. And I wrote that surviving, actually choosing to survive, actually making the decision to still be here, was how I could make my brain pay for all the pain it causes me. That getting up was the one thing my depression couldn't take from me if I decided that it couldn't. That the choice itself was the weapon. And it sounds strange. I know it sounds strange because I'm like calling my own brain the enemy. But that's truly how I feel about this. It's like there's something that possesses, not in the past, my brain, and it refuses to collaborate with me, with the host. And some part of me is like hidden really deep down, and sometimes it appears, but most of the time it's hidden behind whatever the persona of my mental illness is during the day. But here's where I am now. I choose to get up because I don't want to lose this one. I've lost so many times, and I still keep losing battles to this day. But this one, today, this morning, this version of the fight, I'm choosing to keep going, as in getting up in the morning. And I didn't expect this, but the choosing itself gives me something. And it's not the getting up part. I mean the choosing, like the decision itself. The moment where my feet hit the floor, where I realize I get to decide that I am capable of deciding, and that my brain, this enemy host, gets to make this call unilaterally anymore. That realization that I can make this decision. I am making this decision, not whoever else is in there, not whatever's controlling my anxiety and all of that. That gives me enough to get through the morning. And I'll be fairly forward with this. Sometimes it's just the morning. Actually, I'll say the whole thing. Most of the times it's a morning, and then I'm tired again, and I have to rest. But sometimes the morning is the whole thing. Get up, and that's it. And if you need to lay back down, then you lay back down. You make that decision. It's your decision, and it really feels great noticing that I can make that decision now. Anyway, thank you so much. Bye.